Alright guys, so one of the biggest questions I've been getting the past 6 months or so has been about facial hair. How do I grow a thicker stubble? How do I grow a thicker beard, a fuller beard, whatever. And it's an issue loads of guys seem to have. Even guys who are kind of from the Middle East and a bit darker, a lot of guys have very patchy facial hair. Or it's very like wispy and thin and just doesn't look very good. So yeah, I get why you would want to. It is kind of like a masculine look. It just looks better. It separates the men from the boys, so to speak. And yeah, the thicker the better, like a lot of things. So yeah, briefly we'll talk about that this video. So mine's always been decent. It's always been like pretty good, but it's getting better right now, and it's going to continue to get better. You'll see in these YouTube videos as we go forward over the weeks and the months. There's a few factors that go into it. There's one which is not really worth talking about because you can't control it, is your genetics. The second one is your hormones, partly testosterone, but really it's DHT, which is a derivative of testosterone, and it's very anabolic, and it's very much the male hormone. It's very much linked to things like hair, hair growth, body hair, also receding, like balding, unfortunately. But DHT is the real hormone we're looking at here. And you can raise this naturally, just like testosterone. And the third one is kind of like male grooming related stuff. So it's the second point and the third point that we can actually control and do something about. So DHT wise, raising your testosterone in general tends to raise DHT. But there's like a direct trade-off when you raise test, because it can convert to estrogen and it can convert to DHT. And at the receptor site there's a bit of a battle, there's a conflict there. If your testosterone is rising but you have decently high estrogen levels, the DHT isn't really gonna go up usually. And then the inverse of that is if your test is going up and your estrogen is very low, or on the lower end, it doesn't have to be super low. If it's on the lower end, a lot of that test increase is going to go to a DHT increase as well. So it's a lot of it depends on the estrogen levels, and there's a bit of a battle there. Estrogen, you don't want to crash it, but you want it to be on the slightly lower end of things if you're looking to DHT max. That means you want to be lean. There's also supplements. There's things like maca, nettle root is another good one to control estrogen. Your environment, limiting plastics, improving the water quality. There's loads of stuff you can do to control estrogen. Body fat's the big one that people don't want to address. That's the one that takes all the work. But yeah, there's quite a few things. Get your estrogen down at the same time as increasing test, and the DHT is surely going to increase as well. Tomcat Ali is a big one for DHT. The only problem here with DHT in general, but Tomcat Ali as well, is if you're genetically predisposed to balding, male pattern baldness, then you might not want to. It's up to you. If you can pull off the bald look, go for it. But it's something to be aware of. If you're not too concerned about it, go for it with the DHT, because it'll help the facial hair. And then the third one, the next thing that you can actually control, and this works big time as well, is a combination of having a derma roller. I should have brought mine downstairs for this video. I don't know why I didn't, but it's like a very cheap, like $10 or something. It's a roller with like a bunch of very tiny needles that you roll up and down up and down your facial hair several times, and it kind of pricks the skin slightly, and it's enough to stimulate blood flow to the hair follicles that are there, and then also inactive ones. It literally grows new hair that wasn't there in the first place. Like, it's pretty cool. And then if you put minoxidil on as well, 5% minoxidil, like you rub the lotion on where you want the hair to grow, that is a really good thing to do as well. It works like in combination with the derma roller, and it works. You can also get minoxidil tablets as well. I don't think that's a good idea, because then you can't control where the hair growth goes, and it's more systemic, which just seems pointless to me. So yeah, get the actual lotion, you can put it on yourself and sort it out. But also, like, things like peppermint oil might be useful. I can't confirm for sure. I'm kind of experimenting with that. But if you the derma roller you do once a week or twice a week, I do it twice a week because I'm aggressive like that, and it seems to work very nicely. Minoxidil twice a day, so morning and evening, and then peppermint oil kind of whenever, I think. And that stuff definitely works. But DHT, the hormones, is kind of the foundation. If you've got no DHT, there's not going to be much hair growth going on. So that's kind of the first thing I would look at. No, video. So yeah, DHT is the foundational hormone. You want to get that up. So you can do the things I spoke about just before. If you want an actual action plan that will guarantee that you do this, I wrote not an ebook, it was like a meal plan and a supplement plan that includes everything. So the supplements I just spoke about, but it gives you the brands, the dosaging, the meal plan's important because it covers the fat loss and the body fat percentage that you're going to need to realistically get the highest DHT you can. Plus, certain foods tend to focus on DHT as well. So if you combine all of this, and I'll put the link in the description for the video, your DHT will go up significantly, and that provides the platform for better facial hair and a thicker beard. Then I really suggest the derma roller and the minoxidil as well. And within a few months, you'll notice a huge difference. I might start taking pictures as well, actually, and show the proof, the before and after. But yeah, it all starts with DHT. Link to that is in the video description. Also, if you've not got the Testosterone Toolkit, which is free, that is also linked below as well. Check it out. Gives you all the foundational stuff that most people still aren't doing, so you'll definitely get a lot of value from that. Let me know if you've got any questions, comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.